And hello everyone, Lights and Gear is back with another product review, and I have another flashlight to talk about today from the folks at Soonfire. It wasn't that long ago, perhaps a month or two ago in terms of recorded videos, that I did have a Soonfire light, and that was either my first or second, I believe. But today we have what they're calling now the Soonfire E07. Now the box doesn't say so here because this is kind of, I think what they're doing is because the instruction manual has several different flashlights listed within it. So here they're kind of encompassing more than one particular model. But anyway, so this is, I guess, what they're calling the multitask hybrid series, but in this box is the E07. It uses a CREE XP-L LED with a top output of 1,000 lumens. Now this is where things are a little bit foggy because it doesn't actually say what the lumens are, because it doesn't break them down like that. Because here they're talking about a standard flashlight, a bike light, and a diving flashlight. So there are a couple of different things, a couple of different types of light in play here. So here we have on the side of the box, it does say it's the CREE XP-L LED flashlight with a lithium-ion battery, which is true. Let's do this anyway. Open up the box. Here's everything, and here is the USB charging cable, and here is the Velcro holster, and here are a couple of accessories. There's an O-ring in here, a spare USB cover, and here's a regular a standard lanyard. Okay, and little card here, and as we know, there is no, hey, wait a minute, oh, there is an instruction manual, didn't come out of the box. Here is the instruction manual, and again, this kind of talks about 3 different kinds of flashlights, and in here under the English instructions are the instructions for several different lights. It says NS Flashlight User's Manual, EZ Flashlights User Manual, VSDS Flashlights User's Manual, and an FD Bike Light. So the one I have here would be, I guess, under the EZ banner because it's the E07. So I'm assuming that that's the way that works. And it does have a reasonably nice interface. So let me just run this by you. The flashlight, that is, and it's a pretty good size. Uses an 18650 battery, and it is a typical size for a lot of these lights. It's a very same size as some of those Nightcore lights from about a year ago. Very same size as those that use 18650 batteries. It's the same size as the Night Newman flashlights, and it's also the same size as one of the Lumen top lights. So it is typical for this type. Now this may be a design which they took from some of those lights. I'm not saying it is or can't verify it specifically, but so right here you've got the USB port, of course, right there, and I'm going to plug that in briefly here in a few moments so we can just get an idea of what you're looking at when you do that. And there's only one switch on the light, which is pretty standard for many of these days. It has your side switch right here. Here's the pocket clip already attached, of course. Here is the LED, which is an XP-L. Okay, the light already comes with a battery, and it comes with a Soonfire 18650 battery. It was already installed in the light when I got it. So here's the Soonfire battery they give you at 3400 mAh, and it does indicate that it is a a quality battery. It does mention that it is an LG battery, so and I've had these before with one of their other lights, so it is a good quality battery, which at least is of the capacity which it says on the label. And here's a spring in the tail cap. So, and obviously it tail stands very well, very nicely as well. And the way you turn it on, it doesn't actually click. When I first got it, I was pressing the button and nothing was happening. And I thought maybe there was something wrong with the switch, but it doesn't. The switch doesn't really move. It doesn't really have any kind of a click. It has no. There's no sound. There's no click to it at all. So you could say that it's very tactical in nature. But to turn it on, you have to press and hold it for a second, and then it'll come on. So as soon as the battery is connected, it should light up in blue here for a couple of seconds, and then when you press and hold it, it'll come on, and you're only holding it for a second, but the light ring here lights up and you get the beam. Now right now I am in low mode, and it does have mode memory, so wherever you turn it off it'll come back on in the same mode. I'm actually seeing a couple of lines in the camera here, so it looks like there might be a little bit of PWM within this frequency on the low mode. But for each press of the button, it will advance to the next mode. There's medium, here's high, and turbo. So that actually this is like moonlight. But this would be moonlight, this is low, this is medium, this is high, and this is turbo. Now unfortunately, I was seeing the PWM there on just about every mode except the turbo mode, and that just means the way the frequencies are, I guess those frequencies are not current controlled, so it was showing PWM on those modes. Now again, we're back into moonlight here, and there it is in the next room: low, medium, high, turbo. And there is also strobe, and there's also SOS. And let me see if I can remember this. Well, obviously to advance the modes, you just press the button, which is simple enough. To turn it off, you just press and hold. Now I can get to strobe from any position. I can get to strobe from the off position, and if I just press and hold it from the off position, it'll activate strobe, and it's a variable strobe. And then if I press it once from strobe, I activate SOS. And then if I press it once again, it'll just turn off. So that's instant strobe from off. And of course you can do that while it's on as well. While it's already on, I can press and hold, and then it goes off for a second, and then it produces strobe, and then SOS is reachable the same way as well. And then if I press it once, it just turns off. So this is how it basically works. You've seen the strobe, you've seen the SOS. My website, of course, will have the written review of this light and present the outdoor beam shots, so you can see how it's doing outdoors with that. Those are pretty much the way the modes work. Let's plug in the charging unit. And as I said before, the blue illuminator here is always on as long as the light's on, and that's a great way to find it in the dark. And press and hold and turn it off, and the illuminator goes out. Let me just plug in the USB charger. And as soon as you plug it in, you get a red flash. And then when the battery is charged, the red flash turns to blue. It won't be flashing, but it'll be solid. So that red turns to blue when all is said and done. So you can get to strobe instantly, but you can't get to the turbo mode instantly. If you want to leave it on in turbo mode, of course, and then turn it back on, it will still be in turbo mode, but there's no instant access to turbo. The only instant access it has is to strobe. from the off position. But and I have not timed it yet to see if there's any kind of a step down. I don't see that there's because the instructions are minimal. There's nothing in the manual to mention anything about that. If I do find that it does have any kind of a step down from turbo, I can let you know. But other than that, this has been the Soonfire E07, and I think it's a pretty nice light. It's obviously a lower priced light than some of the other brands will be, and it does offer some reasonable features. It was supplied by my friends at Soonfire. The link is below within this video. If you'd like to pick one up yourself from Amazon, for instance, you can do that at the link, and you can also visit that at lightsandgear.com, where my written review is, which has the link as well, and talks about other flashlights, batteries, chargers, etc. So I do thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video regarding the Soonfire E07, and we'll see you next time with more great products. Take it easy.